Hey everyone, welcome to our small footprint. My name is Nyssa, and if you're new here, we are a family of 8 who live off-grid in Australia. Today's video is the actual grocery haul. So I posted yesterday, this morning, whatever it works out for me, the actual trip to do the groceries, the process and things like that. And then I got home from that, put everything out on the table, and then recorded it all to share on this video. So, a little bit of backstory. We, as I said, family of 8, live off-grid. We shop every 6 weeks, and though we will have some 4-week spans leading up to Christmas just to get the timing right for Christmas. So at the moment we shop every 6 weeks, and I go 4 hours away to do it, 3.5, 4 hours away to do it. So I do a big shop, bulk items, bulk fruit and veg, bulk meat and all that sort of thing to get through the 6 weeks. But the stuff that I buy doesn't only last the 6 weeks, generally speaking, because a lot of it ends up on the shelf or in the freezer and things like that. This month's shop is I try to spend a little bit less because it's probably only going to be 4 weeks until we go to the next one. So I didn't buy some of the stuff that is actually normally a bit of a regular type thing, but we just didn't really need. So I've been buying the beef trim from Costco each time I shop, which is the pieces of beef that they use to turn into mince. So instead of buying mince, I've been buying the vacuum sealed beef trim, making my own mince, but also making stewing meat out of it and all that sort of thing. I still have half a box from last months because it's in a vacuum seal bag that is ready, that is to be used. Plus I still have some mince in the freezer that I had minced up from what I got, as well as some bolognese and stuff. So this month short on freezer space because I've got that bit of extra, so I could not get that. I also only bought 2 pork roasts instead of 3. I'd normally buy 3, but again we're only looking at potentially 4 weeks and we're a little low on freezer room. There was a few other bits and pieces that you'd normally see me buy that I didn't necessarily buy. I didn't buy any rice crackers or rice cakes because we'd gotten to a point where there was some excess and there was plenty for this month, so we didn't need any more. Again, we have limited storage for that kind of thing, so I can't go too far ahead of those items because there just isn't anywhere to store them. So there was a few things that if you watch most of my grocery hauls I would normally have and I didn't necessarily have this time. I also bought 20 kilos of pig fat last week or the week before. So we've just rendered the 20 kilos of pig fat. I didn't record it. There is a video doing rendering lard on the channel already. Darryl and I did that, minced it up and rendered it. So we've got plenty of lard there too. I didn't get olive oil this time because they didn't have any, which is pretty common. What else do I need to say? So budget wise, what I aim for is that I break my groceries down so that each period, whether it's 4 weeks or 6 weeks, the cost per head per meal, if you're counting 3 meals a day, is under $2 or around about $2. Now, within my groceries, there's lots of things that aren't food. Toilet paper, shampoos and conditioners, soaps, dish detergent, laundry detergent. I don't disclude that though. It's all included in the budget because it's still a per person per day kind of a thing. Like we still do 2 loads of washing a day. So there's 2 loads of washing in cost there per person per day. So I don't have a different budget for that. I did buy some other miscellaneous items within my groceries, and generally speaking, I still just include them because I'm not that pedantic about making sure that the budget is only for food. So like this month in Aldi I bought some new hair clippers for the kids. For Sonnet wants an undercut, so I bought some hair clippers to give her an undercut. Some new ceramic dog bowls for the dogs was from Aldi as well. Sugarcane mulch from Costco, things like that. So throughout I think I got gardening gloves somewhere as well. So throughout the things that I bought, some of it isn't strictly food, but I still include that in the groceries. So I'll put the totals up on the screen. It's probably in the thumbnail too, that I tend to do that. But I ended up spending $1,953.89 for the shopping haul. So let me work that out because I haven't got it on my piece of paper here. $1,953.89. Now, theoretically it's going to be a 4-week period, I think, but I'm not very good at dropping my quantities down anymore. So I still probably overbought for 4 weeks because I have these habits of how I purchase for 6 weeks. But anyway, if we say 4 weeks for that, so we divide it by the 4 weeks, we divide it by the 7 days, we divide it by the 8 people, and then we divide it by 3 meals, and yeah, $2.90 per meal per person is what that comes down to, which is a bit more expensive than I would normally go for. But if we drew it out to being the 6 weeks. If we divided by the 6 weeks and then divided it by the 7 days, by the 8 people, by 3 meals, it's $1.93, which is pretty spot on. So that this month's a little, these next few shopping trips are going to be a little bit fluid because Christmas is going to be included. So there'll be some food that's not always included, but will be for Christmas and things like that. So I'm okay with that. $1.90 to $2.90 per meal per person per meal. I'm okay with that. That's keeping within scope. I do have a cash flow too. So I've got a cash flow done from 1st of July all the way through to February, so that I can forward project costs of groceries, and because a lot of money is being spent on the garden, and so I have guesstimates of my income from YouTube and things like that in there as well to make sure that we can afford all things. So this is within our budget at the moment. Our budget is a little bit more fluid at the moment because we have the added income stream of YouTube and things like that. So it's okay. I'm okay with it. So I'll put the actual totals on the screen, probably in the thumbnail as well, but that's all I really needed to explain about it, I suppose. And then I've given you some bits and pieces throughout when I'm showing you the groceries. So it is Saturday, this was Friday night, so like last night that we got the groceries. The lighting was a little poor because it's quite dark by the time I got around to doing it, but hopefully everything's clear enough, and this is what we bought for this shopping period. Alrighty, so everyone knows how this works who's watched one before. First table load to go. So we have some corn flour. This is new at Costco, and I needed corn flour, so that was nice to grab. So this one isn't the one that has all the additives in it like what the wheat and corn flour and stuff has at Coles. It's just straight corn flour, so that's cool. Rice milk. Now I had to go to a bunch of different places for rice milk. I got what I could. Middle aisle, Aldi, I think I showed that on doing the video, the new clippers, some chamomile tea bags. The kids enjoy that with a bit of honey. We got straight dried spaghetti. There was 12 of those. We were completely out of the straight spaghetti, but I didn't get any spirals or macaroni or anything else this month. There was still plenty in the pantry, so I just got the straight. I got just a small bag of onions. It's not the right season for onions. These grow really quick at the moment, so I just wanted some for fresh eating. I got a 12 of the coconut cream and 12 of the tin corn. I also got 12 of the sun-dried tomato pesto and 12 of the basil pesto. I got a bag of just the small baby potatoes for us to have a pork rind over. 3 packs of the Mission tortillas. Now, we buy these every month. These are great for when I haven't made any flatbreads or bread or anything else, and they're $8.30, I think it is, for 3 packs of 12, so they're a really good price. Costco didn't have any of the blended olive oil that I like and that they seem to have only every second or third time I ever go in there. So I had bought a few from Aldi as a just in case before I even went to Costco, but I still do have, I bought 2 lots of 6 litres last month, so I still do have some left of the Costco one, but in the meantime, but I also grabbed this to top that up. I grabbed a bulldog razor. We have spare razors for this, so that I just needed a handle. We got Wheat Bix, so there's 4 boxes of Wheat Bix, there's 3 boxes of Rice Bubbles and 3 boxes of Corn Flakes. We also got dish detergent, so we got this Green Action one's the one that we like, and laundry detergent. We got the ramen noodles that we really like, the Jin Mai Lang ones from Coles. So these are only like $3.10 for a kilo of noodles. Really good price if you're looking for ramen noodles. We really enjoy them. I got a thing of instant yeast. I opened the last one off the shelf, so I always just grab another one to replace that. A tub of peanut butter. We already have 2 on the shelf, I think, so this is just a spare one. Mustard, some minced ginger, because I had run out. A roll of baking paper. We have the goat's milk soap from Aldi that we like that has no SLS and nobody reacts to, and some soft nylon scourers from Coles. Aldi had these rice paper rolls on. I did have some in the cupboard, but they're a different brand and I really like this brand, but Aldi only has them as like a limited run thing, so I grabbed 3 of those. I bought this shampoo and conditioner to try from Costco. It's a herbal essences one with argan oil, which I like shampoo with argan oil, and it worked out cheaper than the one that I normally buy, and I like that it's in a pump bottle. I think we'll go through it less fast with the pump bottle. I grabbed 2 bags of dried prunes. We're going to be making some bliss balls and things like that with these. I also grabbed some of the veggie crisps. That was Kavik's request, his treat at shopping. He wanted those, and some sultanas, which was Orpheus's request for shopping. I grabbed some peppercorns because somehow I missed buying them when I did my bulk spice order, which I will share later on this week, and some cardamom pods because I don't need 500 grams of them. I only need a small amount. Some floss, some deodorant for Darryl. I actually grabbed those at Coles before seeing these at Aldi, so I ended up with 2 lots. I bought some of these special flavoured Oreos for Darryl and the kids as a treat. So there's a few different, there's cinnamon bun, dark chocolate mud cake, choc hazelnut, and a mint one, so I thought that they might like those as a treat. I got some coffee. Now we have none left other than what the bag that we got open, so I needed a few, but in summer we do cold brew a lot, and we go through a lot more coffee in summer than we do in winter, so I decided to grab a variety to stock up. I grabbed this one from Costco because it sounded really nice, but it was $1.90 per 100, so it's the more expensive one. A couple of the Coles ones and one of the Aldi's ones. The Coles and Aldi ones are only $12 per kilo, so they're only $1.20 per 100, so they're nice and cheap. But I just got a fancy one as well. Well, fancy to us. I got this smoky barbecue sauce at Costco just because I really wanted to try it. And it comes in glass bottles, so I validated buying it by saying I could reuse the bottles. So, anyway. I got some elderflower cordial that was on special at Coles, purely because I want to try it, because I've never had enough elderflowers to make my own. Some tomato ketchup that we buy at every 6-week shopping trip to use for our hot dogs that we have for dinner on the night of the groceries. I got 4 kilos of honey. Now, at Costco today, these 2 by 1 kilo packs of honey were $9.97. The honey that I normally buy there is a 1 kilo pack for $9.95. They had both of them there. I'm not entirely sure why this one's, I think they were even the same brand, to be honest. But anyway, so 50 cents per 100, so really cheap. So I got 4 kilos of that. I grabbed this pain relief cryotherapy spray. So this was just an impulse buy. $65 full price, but only $30 on sale, and it has arnica and echinacea and calendula and all sorts of things in it, and I thought it was worth giving a go for some muscle pain. I got some lemon juice for canning, 2 of the 1.35 litre gees, and 2 of the 8 by 400 ml coconut milks that we use for our hot coffee. The Coles tortilla chips that we really like, so there's 6 packets of those, which was just what was on the shelf. And I got some sugar at Costco because I couldn't get it anywhere else. So they're 3 kilo bags of sugar. It's all the same price at Costco, Coles, or Woolworths. And I grabbed a vegetable oil for frying purposes. I'll just add this on because it happens to be sitting on the table. I also got 20 kilos of carrots. Alrighty, next tableful. We have fruit and veg, mostly. Box of tomatoes. Tomatoes were, I think it was $20 for the box, which isn't super cheap, but they're really nice looking tomatoes. Box of cheap mandarins. I tried one of these when I was there. Super sweet, not very many seeds, so hopefully the kids will eat those. I got just a small pack of zucchini from Costco, and the baby cucumbers that the kids love from Costco as well, just as treats. You got 6 of the big drumhead cabbages. These were $2 each. Box of the baby spinach leaves, though it looks a little worse for wear because of the temperature coming home, so I'm going to fluff that up and give it a rinse off. Strawberries were the big thing this month. I got 24 kilos of strawberries for $2 a kilo. So there is strawberries and strawberries and strawberries. So that was a really good deal, and they smell lovely there, and they're not overripe, so they should be fine to deal with tomorrow and the next day. I got a 10 kilo box of potatoes. For cauliflowers, they're only $2 each, so I got some cauliflowers, a big box of mixed red and green small apples, and a box of bananas. Bananas were not cheap this month, but the kids requested bananas, and that's fine. Also got a box of, box of broccoli, which was $16 for the box. That was a really good buy. We got 2 lots of toilet paper, and I got a 25 kilo bag of baker's flour as well. So that was the main fruit and veg this month. Alrighty, next table load is mostly cold stuff. We got chicken thighs. So I got 6 packs of the thighs. They're still running at $11.29 a kilo. Each one is around about 2.3 kilos. So 6 packs of those. I got 3 of the frozen veggies. We still have a bunch of the Aldi frozen veggies, but this is my preference of frozen veggies if I'm going to eat frozen veggies. So I grabbed some of those as well. I got 2 packets of the breasts. The breasts are $10.39, and again they're about 2.2 per pack. I got some salami for pizza, some ham. These are just the standard Aldi individually packed hams. They're pleasant enough. A bag of frozen raspberries. This is for using with smoothies and making cordials and stuff. The cheese that I buy myself each 6 weeks. A tub of Nuttalax because I still haven't got around to making my own again yet. Sour cream. A milk for the milk kefir. Hot dog sausages for dinner tonight. I got 1 meal worth of the stir-fry noodles from Aldi. I got 2 of the rolled pork roast. Now normally I buy a case. If you buy a case of the pork roast, it's $6.99 a kilo instead of $7.99 a kilo. But we didn't really need 3 of them this shop, especially if I end up going back after only 4 weeks. So I decided to just grab 2. Yes, it means that it was like $14 dearer than if they were in a case, but if you're in a case, you have to get 3. So I still would have been paying an extra $45 to get the 3 of them, even though it was cheaper sort of thing. So anyway, I went with 2. I grabbed a pork belly for bacon because because we really enjoy it for bacon, though it has gone up. It's $16.49 a kilo. And I couldn't get any cheap bacon anywhere. So $16.49 is still on par or cheaper than like fancy bacon. They had maple streaky bacon and stuff at Costco, which sounded nice, but I went with this instead and we'll make our own. I also bought some barbecue chooks. Now, I have never bought barbecue chooks from Costco before, but they were only $6.99 for a whole chicken. They're not huge chickens, but they're a decent size. And I decided that because I was buying less cold stuff, so I didn't have as full a eskies, I could buy some of these and use an esky for hot rather than cold, and we can pull these all apart, shred all the chicken, and it'll be really good for lunches and stuff over the shopping period. And then I've got these really tasty carcasses to use for stock, so I decided to grab those and give that a go. I bought 8, and I figured that I could probably fit almost double that in the esky that I put them in if I decided that I wanted to do that on a regular sort of a basis. $6.99 for a whole chicken is a whole lot cheaper than buying one at the supermarket. Like, most whole chickens are running at $6.50 a kilo raw, and then you have to cook it anyway. So at $6.99, this is quite a good price for that kind of thing. So I think that was pretty much everything for this shopping trip. So we went a bit light on some stuff and got a few luxury items in amongst it all, and I'll figure out all the costings and I'll share that with you as well. So I don't think anything else needed to be explained. I was just standing here thinking if there was anything else that I needed to explain for after showing you the shopping. And I don't think there was. Everything was pretty self-explanatory, and I explained stuff as it went. The sugarcane mulch was like $90 worth, so that if you take that off that bill too, that brings the totals down as well. I spent around about $100. I spent around about $100 to fill the tank up for going down, and it ends up about the same. I go through just over a whole tank in the whole day, possibly a little bit more this time because of the pulling the trailer and the detours to pick stuff up with the trailer, but it's around about $100 that I use to fill the tank up, and I still come home with half to 3/4 of a tank. The gas for the SodaStream was $93.82, but that wasn't in the money thing because that was spent separately, but that will save us money over the next period of time too, because we won't have to buy the swap and go SodaStream bottles. So there's that as well. So that was it. So that's groceries. Now, I know I enjoy watching other people's grocery hauls, so it shouldn't surprise me that everyone likes to watch mine, but there you go. So and if you want to see how I use the food, over the next couple of weeks, what I do is I film everything I do with all the food, and then I collate it into videos for every couple of days, do a voiceover and share what I'm doing with all the different things to make sure that it's well used. We've already worked on those barbecue chooks. That was a new buy this month. I've already shredded up some of those barbecue chooks, and I've already started on the strawberries and things like that. So I've started recording that, and I will share it as I go. We also got the hamper today, so I filmed the hamper, but I haven't done anything else with it yet. So I will put that together and put that out tomorrow too. So thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye guys.